Welcome back. It's time for another edition of our Two Fen.
So, this week is late for the fourth edition of our Two Fen, and we do not have a guest that we did have that could not make it back for the second take, so that is unfortunate, but we'll still try to remember all of his viewpoints.
I'm trying to remember. I think I remember some of our points. One of them I remember was the good old brand new battle mech, the Yager mech.
Ah, yes. Alright, and this is also going to be a series of hot drops, so you're readied up, I'm readied up, and that should have everything going. It is. Let's launch. So with the Jaeger mech, good all-around sniper with a little bit of range support with those two LRM-15 bays on either arm for one variant. What do you think now that you've gotten a chance to play around in it some?
Personally, for me, tabletop, I like it. In here, I don't know, it feels very strange to me. Hey, look, we got the brand new desert too, so we can talk about that.
Alright.
It's just, I don't know, I'm noticing that a lot. Well, I recently sold mine, and I honestly just couldn't stand it. I know quite a few people are loving theirs. All I'm really noticing around is you'll run into a lot of Yager mechs that are packing dual EC-20s.
It has become the replacement for the AC-20 K2, I believe.
Essentially, yeah.
And that's really a good thing. Put the K2 back into a role that it's supposed to be with the weapons that it's supposed to have, not the AC-20s.
That's what I'm saying. Let a more ballistic mech take the role on itself. I mean, I'm in my DDC here.
Yeah.
To me, the catapult is and forever will be a nothing more than a missile mech, a support mech.
Exactly.
That's why my founders, it's the C1, just because I assumed everybody was going to be taking the Atlas, so I went with the C1. But yeah, it's always been a support mech. It always will be. Mine, I keep stock, and there's nothing different except for I think I might have a little bit more ammo. That's about it. Let's see, we got a lot of fast movers on this one.
Yeah, it looks like there's 4 of us lights.
Worst part is I'm the only assault.
That is bad.
I have a feeling this is going to be a rough match. But hey, that's okay. I don't mind.
It happens. Contact Alpha Raven. We're fixing to put it down.
Copy that. Missiles away. And into Spire. Yay.
That is one of the things that I do like about this map, is it's not easy to get full range on something.
New target acquired.
Bravo's coming in. Looks like Centurion. He's heading right for you guys.
Yep, we got Jenner here as well. Charlie, sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to missile Bravo.
New target acquired.
Ooh, Echo is Cataphract 1X. He's trying to snipe me.
New target acquired.
Got eyes on Bravo Foxtrot. Delta as well.
Yeah, this may not be as bad as I thought it was going to be. All these fast movers are getting harder to hit.
New target acquired.
Moving to support on Foxtrot, your LRMs are hitting impasse.
Copy. There we go.
New target acquired.
Alright, we got somebody getting ganged up on by Echo, Delta, somebody else.
Oh yeah, there's 4 down here. He's not gonna survive if he doesn't get out.
Oh, there he went.
New target acquired.
Yeah, I'm working on Delta.
Delta, roger. So yeah, the map, I like it so far. The missile changes, honestly, good changes, I think.
Okay, Delta ran off. I'm going on to Golf. Oops, swapping back to Bravo.
Roger, Golf. Bravo.
New target acquired.
Hotel's trying to flank you. He's coming through C4. He is down.
Me at 124 meters with LRMs.
Wow.
New target acquired.
Alright, I got Delta back here playing.
New target
Moving on
acquired.
Delta.
You just
I overheated.
New target acquired.
Moving on Golf.
New target acquired.
Die shut down again. This may do it for me. Yep.
oh man, I was hoping to get into you.
No worries. I shut down right in front of him. There was not much I could do.
Torso critical damage.
Sweet. Alright, didn't go as bad as that.
No, not at all. So, not a single jogger mech on that map. I'm kind of surprised.
I am as well.
And did you happen to catch what that K2 was rocking? I did. And that's
The one that was coming after me, I know it had 2 Ultra AC5s and a couple lasers, I think it was.
right. Yeah, that's the way I figured the K2 would start going. We're going to start seeing some lighter weapons on it, more versatility in a quick brawl fight that the AC-20s just do not allow for.
Yeah.
Ready up. And LRMs are just not doing what they were a few nights ago. They're turned down even from what they had been.
Yeah, I've noticed that. It seems like they had them, obviously they're too high, and then they had them, put that little hotfix out. My game locked up, so I do close it up. But yeah, I mean, it was going good, and everything was very well balanced. They were just a hair underpowered, but still good enough. And now it doesn't seem to be doing anywhere near what it should be.
Right. Yeah, I think they're really all about spot on to where they should be currently, with the way that things are running. So I'm happy with the LRM fixes, or the missile fixes, I should say. Other than that, that map does run hotter than the Caustic Valley. I actually notice it in my commando, whereas on Caustic Valley, I generally don't push myself so hard as to shut down twice.
Yeah.
So it's kind of nice seeing an even hotter map to really make people watch that, but I think what that was intended for was to help push this new coolant flush, or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
No.
stupid consumable.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I just popped up the video. Looks like that K2 had 2 Ultra AC5s, 2 mediums, and 2 larges. So actually that's a nice build there. Pretty good
It
long
really
range
is.
punch.
Good range and a decent short range capability. Alright, and dropping. So yeah, I think the Yager Mech is going to be the essential carrier of our AC-20 mechs now, and they're actually going to be falling into the appropriate role of long-range sniper and very light mid-range support.
Yeah. Well, I know Baron recently has swapped his out. He was running the 2 AC5s as usual. Oh look, 3 DDCs, and I'm, wow, sweet.
Nice.
But and again, no Yagers on our side.
Wow.
But I know his new build, he was running, hey, I got a twig over here, and now we have a new age Twiggy.
Oh, very nice. I hadn't seen him in a while. Yeah, normally he does run a light, and when we go head to head, it turns into a all-out dogfight.
Nice.
All systems nominal.
But yeah, I believe the one Baron made earlier this evening was, I know it packs 2 AC-10s.
Interesting.
And he, him and I went through, him, myself, Seth, and somebody else. I want to say Seraph. Basically it's kind of like a 4-man Hussar run, which is kind of nice. Dropped, and he did just a hair more damage than I did. And yeah, it was a pretty good build. He was liking it. Oh, Twiggy is in a cicada with
Wow.
6 mediums. Looks like he's in the tunnel area.
He is. We're engaging him now. He is down. It's running very bright purple today.
Looks like we're all taking tunnel.
Target acquired.
Oh,
I just saw a Raven.
Target acquired.
yeah, Charlie Stalker.
New target acquired. Incoming missile.
Here we got 3 guys sitting up by the waterfall. Apparently they pinned somebody.
They may have. Alright, I've got a Raven chasing me back to their base.
Yeah, that's Bravo. That's who I'm target on right now. Ooh, Foxtrot, Stalker. Launching on him.
Yeah.
Acquired.
Damn, hit nothing but wall. I'm coming up on you.
Enemy base is being captured.
Good job.
New target acquired.
So, what is the new Mech challenge?
New target.
I believe it's just kind of like the others, who can get the most damage and whatnot in a heavy mech. But again, you have to be alone. You cannot be in a group.
Right. Sorry.
Enemy base is being
Not a problem.
New target acquired.
Gulf, Centurion, Delta, you get your mech both moving in behind you.
Copy that. Spinning around.
New target acquired.
Launching on golf.
Acquired.
Echo, Atlas is also here.
Copy. Moving on to Echo.
Good hits.
New target acquired.
Incoming missiles. Apparently he went down. I'm out at Delta now. Nice.
Well done. So it's another solo heavy match series. Okay. That works.
Yeah. I don't know what they're so hard up on the heavies for. Oh, apparently they were even one down. Huh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I know a few of my guys have been running around in it. Sylvanar Ron, one of them.
Yeah.
Not sure who all else is. I know there's a couple other people I just met recently that was also running it. Me, of course, the one thing I hate is they always do these things over the weekends. Well, of course, I work weekends. I can't, I mean, maybe Friday night I might be able to play, a little bit, but that couple hours I put into it is going to get just waxed by anybody else that's actually sitting there night after night playing. They need to stretch this stuff out. I mean, seriously. I know I've said it, I don't know how many times now, but they really need to stretch this stuff out.
Absolutely, they really do. And if they don't, I think that it's not going to give a fair and honest representation of the pilot abilities that are in the community.
Exactly.
Alright, so neither one of us are big fans of this consumable mess that they have going. And I haven't bought any, have you?
Nope, I refuse.
Okay, yep, I'm in the same
Principle
boat.
alone.
Yeah. Anytime you offer something that has a higher ability flat and for a shop cost than you can get with in-game currency makes it pay to win, plain and simple.
Exactly. The only thing that's nice is they pulled out the whole, we're going to put in the aerial strikes.
Yeah.
So that's a nice thing, but I mean, a lot of people say, this isn't going to be a pay to win. And it's like, those consumables aren't they're a huge deal, but they're not. It's just what they're doing with it, especially when they've flat out said, we're not going to go pay to win.
Exactly.
Well, if you don't have this money to dump into it, then you're not going to get that stuff. And on top of that, if you want the good stuff, you're going to need to raise the C bills. Well, the better way to do that is where you're not just constantly playing, every waking second, is you're going to buy Mech credits, which means you're going to pay to get that. That way you're making more cash. So you can, you can buy a hero mech and make more cash than you would normally. And then what was the new thing they were talking about adding, or the possibility of using Mech or MC and to turning it into C-bills?
Yeah, I'm not happy with that at all.
Yeah, can you say hello, pay to win, right there?
Oh yeah, that's just a slap in the face to all of us who honestly believed them when they said, no, this will not be pay to win in any way, shape, or form.
I'm gonna kind of come around the same way we did the last time.
Yeah.
Looks like I've got about 3 or 4 people following me. But yeah, exactly. I mean, just like the other thing is third-person view that they've been talking about. Now, myself, I'm always first person. Would rather
Yeah.
immerse myself in first person than a third-person view. Well, now they're talking about the ability, or looking into the ability for third-person view. All right, I don't know why, because 90% of people on the forums and even on that took the poll for it do not want third-person view. And yet they're like, oh, we've been asked, people have been asking for it. What people? Looks like Alpha's a spider.
Yep. So far, my only contact.
Yeah. I think he's dancing with a Yager and a Centurion. And a Catapult, looks like.
Looks like.
I'm moving into Delta 4, and I've still got 4 guys, or 3 guys with me. Oh, just picked up a couple. There's Charlie, Catapult C1. Bravo is a Yager mech.
There are 4 others under ECM moving in on that location.
Yeah, it looks like Foxtrot 6.
Yep, that's going to be the hot little door they're going to try and slam. Be careful.
Yep. I just turned and I got a couple of these guys starting to kind of
Oh
move
yeah,
out in front
they're
of me.
all set up in F6.
Misses away on Charlie. Make that Delta. He's out in the open. Easier target. Man, I do not know who was next to me. His AC just scared the crap out of me. I'm going to try to move after Charlie here. Looks like he's getting a little antsy.
Roger.
Echo.
Bravo's moving in on you.
Where?
Echo 6, and he's got the rest of the line right with him.
Alright. Trying to spray Delta. Okay, I'm missiling Bravo. I know there's an Atlas down there, and
Bringing the Yager back to you.
Copy that.
Golf, there's your atlas. Ooh, Foxtrot shooting fast.
I'm down.
And that's me. Was I the last one?
Yep.
Oh, nice. So what do you think about the new control systems that I'm not using any of?
I don't think anybody's using them.
And why'd they put them in?
Yeah, I don't know. It's completely retarded the way they did that. Oh yeah, tell me what person's going to sit there and hold S or hold W and not want to let go to do something.
Exactly.
Nobody's going to want to do that.
Hey.
But yeah, I mean, in the arm lock, okay, I could maybe see on a cicada.
Yeah.
Or maybe Jenner. Catapult, on mine, I even like to move my arms up a bit.
Yeah. I like to get lock, jerk my arms up, and it helps clear some of the hills and obstacles that you don't normally clear with a flat lock to your center torso.
Exactly. So honestly, I mean, everybody that I know has gotten rid of them, is unchecked. It was, wow, again, the desert.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the improvements they said they made. They heightened the amount of rotation time this map gets compared to the static, so expect to see it more times than not.
Oh yeah, I've had this thing like 8 times in a row before. It's nice because it helps us find issues. So essentially I think that's why they did it. I mean, obviously because people want to test out the new ones, but I think it's also to help them find any issues with the maps in general.
Exactly. They're stress testing and they're using us as it, so that's fine. I mean, that's kind of what we're here for as beta testers.
Yep. I have a feeling though that soon they will more than likely be decreasing the spawn rate of it.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Yeah, I'm not going to run out in front of him. And yet again, I am the only light, aren't I? No, we got a Raven on us, on our side. Not quite sure where he's at, but okay.
They all appear to have gone down the G line on the far side.
Roger that.
But as for this map, the few issues I've seen is like climbing the spires. I'm sorry. Unless you have jump jets, you should not be able to get on some of these spires. Plain and simple.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Some of them you shouldn't be able to get onto. Some of them you should. But, you know, an Atlas walking up to the tips of these, I don't think it should happen. And until we see a good, honest effort in Gravity Matrix for gameplay, then we are not going to see these spires snapping under the weight of an Atlas or a Stalker.
Alright, where are you at?
I am in G7 moving to F7. Currently, I have no contacts.
That's weird because... Alright, Alpha.
Contact Alpha.
Echo 5, Delta 6, Echo 6 corner area. Yeah, because for a while there, you weren't on my radar. You are again.
That's odd.
New target acquired.
I got Bravo. Yager Mech. Looks like 6A with the missiles.
Charlie is a Stalker.
Acquired.
I do see they have a catapult.
Acquired.
I have Delta on me, a Raven.
Moving back to engage Delta.
He's in Foxtrot 5, the other Raven is on him, our guys.
New target acquired.
Okay, Foxtrot is a flame. He's moving in on your location through E6.
Alright, I got Echo Splat Cat crawling on me.
New target acquired.
That Raven is tearing me up.
New target acquired.
And I am down.
New target acquired.
Not my best game.
New target acquired.
Holy crap, is that dude warping like bad?
Yeah, he really is.
But he's dead now.
New
Good
target
job.
acquired. New target acquired. Critical damage. New target acquired. New target acquired.
It was only a matter of time.
Yeah. So the catapult's got a overhaul too, which is another reason why we haven't seen as many of those any longer either. The A1, the C1, the C4 had their torso twist angle reduced from 140 to 120. A1, C1, C4 had their arm pitch angle reduced from 45 to 35, and the K2 twist angle reduced from 140 to 110.
Yeah.
New target acquired.
Along with that and the missiles being reduced in damage to an appropriate level that's no longer an easy win, so appropriately we do not see as many of them on the beach.
Yep. God, this is getting ridiculous.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
I'm definitely gonna have to try to reinstall the game tonight. It's like after every match it crashes. Ever since we got that new hot patch.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we got? I'm trying to figure out why people are calling for single heat sinks to be removed just because they don't use them.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain about that one either.
Yeah, to me, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, oh, it's not a viable thing, really? Most of my mechs run singles. They don't take as much space, and if you're smart and you know what you're doing, you won't have a problem.
Yep. They are
I mean,
still a viable build component.
all they need to do is, it's funny because one person's like, oh, well, in tabletop, you know, it's easier to maintain your heat. Well, yeah, because in tabletop, you're not alphaing everything.
All the time. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And, you know, one of the things that some people are doing is they're utilizing single heat sinks on their light mechs to try to save some of that weight where they can and the space at the same time, so you can get more on it. Because, like my Commando, that's a 35-ton mech. You don't have a whole lot of room to put things on here.
Exactly.
So, you know, single heat sinks really, really aid in being able to utilize your an appropriate loadout.
Yeah. I am plain and simple. Just don't make it something that you're going to alpha all the time. Easy. You're done. There you go.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I'm heading up to Upper City.
Copy that.
So we can twist our torso to our legs, and now our legs to our torso.
Yep.
Raven in Upper City, I think you may have turned back. Why would you do that? Why is it necessary to have a second mechanic for that very specific reason?
Yeah, exactly. I took mine off. So yeah, I've already got it, so my mech will
Acquired.
go to my torso, or my torso will, you know, recenter. That's all I need. Looks like we're all
They're all Upper City. LRM boat hotel over on Alcatraz, I'm moving in.
Copy that.
He has a tag, apparently.
New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. Right torso destroyed. Torso destroyed. Left arm destroyed. Autocannon ammo destroyed.
I'm completely stripped of weapons. They're all ganging up on me, so I'm just running into this Atlas.
LRM ammo destroyed. Heatsink destroyed.
Chest bump of death.
Basically. Because everybody up here bailed on me.
Warning.
That's
incoming
always fun.
missile.
I lost that LRM boat.
Incoming missile. Target acquired. Warning. Incoming missile. New target acquired. Warning. Incoming missile. Warning. Incoming missile. Left arm critical damage. Warning. Incoming missile. Warning. Incoming missile.
There's still a spider alive.
Yeah, that catapult has jump jets. He is up on the building. I cannot get to him. Oh, what a time it would be to have my trebuchet.
Yeah.
New target acquired.
Yeah, this group is definitely crap.
New target acquired.
I have seen better. I've seen worse, but I have seen better.
New target acquired.
There's the one I was chest bumping.
Left arm destroyed. Medium laser destroyed.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse.
Oh yeah.
Base is being captured.
Here he comes. Coming to get you. Did their spider ever die?
I'm not entirely certain.
Oh, that could have hurt.
Arm critical damage. Outer torso critical damage.
Nice.
And that's why I love my command.
Target
Now
acquired.
comes the not fun part though. Nope, there he is.
Base
Nice.
Base is being captured.
You're all that's left. Nice. Two more.
Base is being captured.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Base 25% captured. Target acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
Oh!
Yep. I was hoping he was turned the other way. Oh well. So, let's see, what else do we really have to go over? That was the patch notes. We got the Q&A that we could do a brief review on, even though I'm scared to get onto it because I have a feeling it'll turn into a 3-hour rant.
That's true. Well, we did go over one, at least so far.
Right. The questions by Splinter. How many roles can the lights play in the current setup, I do believe is the rough gist of his question. I don't have it up in front of me exactly.
Let's see, I will look for it, but let's see, well, for one, I know he has, yeah, there's that one, and there's also, which is the best House Liao unit, and he won flying the Lao banner, plain and simple.
Yep.
And there was one about the autocannons, or the ultra autocannons, if they are jammed too much or just right.
Just right, I think, because, any more and they'll be, ineffective, any less, and it will be so infrequent enough that it won't be noticeable.
Right. And that's always it. And that's just it. Is with ultras, it's always the risk that they're going to jam, no matter what you do.
Exactly.
They're supposed to be, single shots, but you can run them faster. With the faster rate of fire, bigger the chance of a jam.
Right. So
yeah.
I really think that they're good the way that they are. One of the ways that if they are jamming on you like every other shot, every other time you pull that trigger twice, they seem to jam on you. Put them into a chain fire situation that reduces the jam time or jam likelihood because one fires, then the next, and then it goes back to the first where it's had time to clear the chamber and load in a new one properly. So you're not quite getting that rapid fire, but you're spacing two out over the same amount of time, and it works a little bit better.
Really? Because I know when I tried it, it was, they were constantly jamming every other shot.
Yeah, I chain fire mine on my Cataphract, and it seems to work real well for me. It doesn't jam all that often. And I threw on some machine guns just to test it out. And the machine guns also seem to help reduce the jam amount if they're in the same weapon group. So one UAC-5 and a machine gun, another UAC-5 and a machine gun in two separate weapon groups. And neither one of the UACs jammed nearly as often. They did jam, but not nearly as often.
The way I do it, I just don't even use them.
That works too.
To me, they're just, I don't know, not a big fan.
Okay, fair enough.
The only thing that does bother me about Cannon 5s and all that is they do not have a minimum range, which they should. just like the AC2s.
Yep. They absolutely should. And then his other question.
I'm gonna look at it. Let's see here.
I was trying to pull up. My web browser seems to have gone stiff on me. Here we go. Light mechs. How many functional roles can lights provide an 8-man that, now that lag shield has been reduced significantly? Is it still a Craven 3L world with supporting Commando 2Ds, or are there other light builds worth keeping around? Well, the Commando 2D is quite a powerhouse on its own, as you saw in that last match.
Yeah.
And Ravens are no slouches either, but I do think that the lights are the epitome of scout and need to stay there. They don't need to be, trying to brawl. That is with exception.
I agree. For the most part, unless things have taken a very bad turn, lights should really just be popping in, taking a few shots, and getting out. Somebody calls for assistance, they get in, take a shot, try to help out, and then leave. That's it. You're not meant to be sitting there circling an atlas or whatever. Your job is to find the enemy, relay that information back. If you have tag them. If you have narc, pop in, narc them, get out.
Exactly. And
then, after that, it's just essentially nip them to death. Just pop in, take a couple shots, and get out.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's how they work. All right, ready up.
Let's see. Hold on, give me a second here.
All right. Take a quick break.
I'm gonna look at a Jenner. I've never actually run a Jenner.
Okay.
I don't think I have. Let me double check that. I may have at one point. No, I have no XP in Jenner.
Well, yeah, I know I have never run a Jenner. I don't even think I've taken out one of the trial Jenners.
Well, I've mastered my 3L, so I've got that. I've still got my Commando that I bought. I should probably work on that too, but I kind of want to try a Jenner.
Okay.
It's only 3 mil.
Huh?
Okay, let me just toss my mods onto it.
Alright.
I'm basically just going to keep it straight. How it is. Except for I'm going to paint it really quick too.
Okay.
What do you think? Advanced target decay and advanced sensor range?
That sounds good.
I've been noticing, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I've been noticing that the, whatchamacallit? The decay. It doesn't do like it's supposed to.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have very lengthy hold on that decay.
Yeah, I mean, it's really weird because I'll have lock, and then suddenly it just blinks right out. It's like I didn't even have it for a second.
Right.
There, I got my coconut. Oh, it's gonna be horrible, but let's go.
Okay, and starting the recording back up. Alright, and so there are basically a couple of exceptions that I can make to the lights being scout-only roles that they really are made to be, and that is your specialty lights, the Raven AC-20, uh, stop, take a shot, move, and you can still maintain enough speed to move faster than anything that gets hit with an AC-20 thinks can carry it. So,
Yeah.
that, and I've seen...
Okay.
I was just going to say, I've seen commandos packing, LRM-5s and 10s. That works for long-range support, move, fire, move. What were you going to say?
Oh, once something gets hit with a AC-20, they take notice fast.
Sensors online.
Yeah, they really do.
Weapons online. All systems nominal.
This is weird. I got my mouse in here too, apparently.
Huh. Okay, it looks like we have a sync drop on the opposing team.
Oh yeah. I just lost you. Alright, where you at?
D5.
Apparently we have Kai with us in an Atlas DDC.
New target.
Alright, is that Awesome sitting there with you? Or is
He turned back over the ridge. He just kind of peeked over the drop ship. We exchanged a couple of rounds, and that was it. I saw 3 back there in those buildings, but that was including the Awesome that popped over the edge. I'll go check the back tunnel.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
New target acquired.
Delta Yager Mech in the middle exit.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I can't even type. That's not letting me do anything here. I'm down.
Torso critical damage. New target acquired.
I'm gonna force close my last game because it won't let me do a freaking thing.
That works. And while you're doing that, what is the next topic on the agenda?
Let me look. Oh, there's always consumables, but we basically went over that.
Yeah, we did. I'm still not a big happy, fan of them.
Target acquired.
Yeah, neither am I. It's just... So you've gone over the controls. Oh, yeah, we can just go over a couple of the answers. I did partially like their one answer about the aimbotting. Unfortunately, at the same time, I hated it because they were telling exactly what they're planning, which means they can just sit there and go, huh. So that's what they're
Exactly.
looking for? Alright, let's rework it. And it's going to do more harm than good.
It really is.
It's like, you guys just say, we're looking into it, we've got ideas on how to fix it. And it should work from there. And that's what I'd take from it.
Yeah, and that's exactly how that should have been. They shouldn't be telling them which files or anything like that, because they are just going to rewrite it. After all, it was the kind of players that wrote it in the first place that are using it currently.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's great you guys are working on it, but come on.
Acquired.
Don't, all you need to say is, we are looking into the issue, and we have a few ideas on how to fix it.
And I'm down. Exactly.
I don't know about you, but to me, that would have been, made me just go, excellent, at least they're taking it seriously.
New target acquired.
Yes, I mean, that is an excellent point. They are looking into it. They are trying to do their best to get rid of it, to sort the issue, but they are not... I don't know what they were thinking when they, gave the specific file path that they were going to be checking. Now that may not be all they're checking, and I may get in trouble for having changed my field of view, but if
Nope.
that's... you shouldn't think so, because it was a co-host of a developer that told us how to do that.
Yeah, they've actually, let me see if I can bring it up here. There is one, they do have a forum out about modifying the game. Let's see. Custom modifications to MWO client. Can I change my user config file? Yes, it's the only file that open to user modification. We understand that at times there can be a need to modify the user config. For example, certain joystick configurations are not fully implemented on the in-game options screen and may require manual configuration of this file, as well as it talks about a couple other, if you have issues, then contact support about it. Basically, as long as you are, it's right here, as long as you are editing the user config file in good faith, this is not a concern.
Okay, then I'm good, I'm happy. Then I tell them to hunt away, because that's exactly what needs to be done.
Yep. Actually, there's a file here, I believe that Modred also mentioned on House Lao forums, about SweetFX for better sound,
Ah,
I believe, or graphics, one of the two. Yeah, it says here they actually do not recommend those files just because there's issues with them.
okay. That is great to know.
See, like one of them is so we do not encourage the use of these types of modifications, and in particular, should we detect the use of any modification that doesn't any of the following, we reserve the right to suspend/ban the account responsible. A, alters visibility significantly from the original product to gain unfair tactile advantages. Changes game assets, sounds, models, or maps to gain a tactile advantage. Although, how would sound really give you a tactical advantage?
Enhancing your sound, maybe? I'm not entirely certain. I mean, if you could hear them
Yeah.
walking 500 meters out as opposed to 250 meters out. That would be a bit of an advantage.
Yeah. Attempts to circumvent the map selection process, which, whatever. All we're really doing is getting one map. Exploits bugs or existing game mechanics, which aimbots apparently haven't banned a whole lot of people for that one.
I don't know that they have, and we won't know because they're not going to make a public ordeal about it. They're just going to quietly get rid of the person and have done with it. But that doesn't tell me whether or not they're banning hardware or they're just banning IP addresses. Because if it's just the IP address, there's at least 3 different methods that I can think of to get a new IP address, be back on MWO by the next day.
Yep. It
So
should be like, not only banning the account, but IP and everything else that you can think of.
Right. Now, I know banning hardware from a video game kind of takes, legal procedures to get happen. It's kind of like going and getting a search warrant for anybody's house. It takes some sort of legal action to have it done. And it's not easy or cheap, but I think it should be a method that is looked into if some of these people are coming back with new IPs and new accounts and continuously doing the same thing.
Exactly.
All right, and what other questions did you have?
Let's see where they... I have to remember where the heck I put them. Man, you'd think I'd actually have stuff in order and organized. There's no fun in that.
Nah.
Okay, I know under here they have the, let's see, virus. What's the status on the other mechs in the concept art area? Will there be or will we see the Orion, Flea, and Blackjack soon? They are scheduled to come out in the next few months. Now, the other day, when I was at work, I was sifting through their concept art.
No.
And if they're releasing them in the way that they have been, by weight classes, I am going to be so excited next month. Because that means my mech is coming next month.
Well, it should be. It could be.
Oh, it better be. I mean, there's no other assault mech slotted. And if they're going by light, medium, heavy assault, light, medium, heavy assault, it's got to come out. And which also leads me to another thing. What next assault mech do you think is going to come out?
Honestly, I couldn't even begin to think of one simply on the fact that we're way out of timeline. Even for the mechs that are being released, we're kind of slumped behind a bit. So they're either going to have to play catch up, they're going to have to jump right into where we are, or they're going to have to take a radical new approach and do something from what we haven't gotten to yet, releasing something that would have normally been slotted for next year. And at this point, I wouldn't put it past them to do any of those because they have not held firm on what they said they were going to do in the beginning on just about every point.
Exactly. And see, this is why I said that they should have stuck with 3015, like in the original, like the video that they put out originally for MechWarrior Reboot before the lawsuit.
Right.
They should have stuck with 3015. Just for the simple fact, it's an era that really isn't explored a whole lot. I mean, in canon it is, but there's still a lot that could have been done with it. and then they wouldn't have to try to rush and cram up the game trying to break the clans out. So I mean, we've already a month passed, if not more, when the clans started not attacking, but when the Inner Sphere all knew, okay, these people are trying to get here. We need to band together.
Right. Yeah, it's... I think that they chose a bad year to start the game in to begin with. And I understand that had to do everything with the lawsuits and whatnot that were presented against them. At the same time, there were other steps they could have taken to put this into a more functional time frame than what they have now, because they were not ready for this for 3050 at all. And with the way that we're here now, we are late on the clan invasions, we're late on tech being released, we're, all of this stuff should have already happened. I don't know how they're going to get about doing that.
Exactly. I mean, they really... That's another reason why they really should have gone back to 3015, is it would have just been better in the long run. They could have released the mechs when they wanted, as they were coming out. I mean, all the mechs that were in, the Succession Wars that were getting into the game would still be there. And
Right.
A lot of them were designed way before this era.
Exactly.
And then, they could have decided once they got all the, the ones that a lot of us wanted in. They go, okay, you see a lot of people are still crying for the clans, whatever. We've got all the Inner Sphere Max we want in, so...
Sensors online.
Hey, you know what? We're going to fast forward time. We're going to
Right.
fast forward to 3049. And who would have complained? Not a frickin' person, because we would have had what we wanted.
Exactly. Yeah, nobody would have complained. Nobody would have, been upset that we jumped ahead in the timeline to the clan invasions instead of having to grind through the build-up for another, 5-10 years. But it would have also it would have given them a bit more of a buffer zone, because they did not have all the assets pre-made to withstand a jump into this time zone just right off.
Exactly. I mean, you can't go, okay, we're going to do a clan invasion, so we're going to start building everything 2 years before it happens and expect to have every mech in there.
Exactly. I mean, if they were going to have done that, they needed to have at least 20 maps and at least 5-10 house-devoted mechs before they went to open beta.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not looking forward to when the clans come, other than shooting clan mechs. But the way that they've explained it, there's, as we continuously go over, there's no PvE according to them. Although the testing grounds is essentially PvE, they're bringing more stuff into the testing grounds, which to me I think of, moving mechs, stuff like that, which is again PvE.
Yeah.
New target acquired.
So I mean, how can they say, oh, it's not that, when it clearly is?
Exactly.
Our max speed is 113.4, just so you know.
I'll slow down a bit.
As long as I'm under 175, I'll stay under ECM.
Right. Yeah, if I start letting you drift out of it, let me know and I'll definitely slow up.
No. Yeah, I got
Echo.
eyes on the arc. Oh,
Alright.
look at that.
Echo's
I
down.
think Echo just died.
Looks like Kappa's their last? No. Oh, good lord, no.
No.
We've only put 2 down.
Yep.
Wow.
They got Sigma, and they're just grabbing that one. Oh, we just put 3 down. You want to move on Kappa, see what's there? Or
Yeah,
should we
let's
head to
check
Sigma?
out Kappa.
Yeah, remember I got jump jets.
Moving on, Golf, Spider.
Golf, yep.
At 25%. At 25%.
It looks like he's just jump over into D6.
Yeah.
I don't have him, so I'm gonna head up around. Oh wait, there he is.
At 25%.
Nice.
Target acquired.
Very hot. Very, very hot. That was really weird though. I did not shunt any heat during that. Very nice. They've only got one guy alive, so I'm gonna go and grab Kappa.
Alright, I'm going to... I don't know where this guy is.
He's at Epsilon.
Moving on, Epsilon.
Let me know if you want some help.
Will do.
But yeah, it's
I
just
think
us
that
three
Yager
alive.
mech is heading this way as well.
I still show him heading up. I think he's heading to Sigma.
Target acquired.
Hunchback. Oh, you got this. He's nothing.
He's out of weapons. At this point, it's a mercy kill.
Oh, have fun with it, leg him.
Oh, he shut down! Nice.
Let's see. See if you don't kill him, I'm gonna try to. We'll just stand guard on him. And hey, if he's surrendering, let's just make sure.
Alright.
Almost there.
Good guy. Alright, and I think that about covers it unless you have anything else.
I honestly, I think we went over the main points.
I think we did, yeah, and we've gone on for a fair bit. I think we've touched on everything. If you guys out there have any questions, comments, or suggestions for our shows, please let us know in the comments below or go to the website at www.houselayout.com. Go down to the bottom of the page where you'll see podcasts, follow the links in there and the subboards, and you'll be able to drop in your questions in the appropriate forum thread. You can also sign up for a ride-along so it's not just Kale and I out here running by ourselves.
Yeah, come on, people, start signing up. We wouldn't mind dropping some 3 and even 4-man groups.
Not at all.
Get some real, get with a Fen fly on that. Yeah, come on. I mean, even if you want to just tell us how you think we are doing, if we're doing good, bad, anything, let us know.
Yeah, let's see. I really can't think of anything else to bring up than congratulations on the 4th podcast. It's 1 month now.
Woo! We're getting there.
Yep, I'll be ecstatic when we hit podcast number 30.
Yeah, myself included. But hey, we're learning as we go.
That's right, and it's getting better every single time, sometimes.
Exactly.
Until next week, everybody, have a good one. Happy hunting. Be safe. And remember, paint them if you can.
Just make sure you, out of everything, make sure you have fun and keep everything on the field.
There you have it. This has been our Two Fen, and we look forward to being here next week.
Have a good one, guys. And gals.